Syrian troops and their allied militia are in a major offensive to recapture ground in western Syria. They're backed by a fresh wave of Russian airstrikes and cruise missiles fired from warships, targeting not just Islamic State, but also rebel forces opposed to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. It comes as NATO defense ministers meet in Brussels for an agenda likely dominated by Syria. Over the weekend, Russian jets entered Turkish airspace near northern Syria, and officials at the U.S.-led Alliance Against Islamic State are still smarting from Moscow's incursion. NATO says it's prepared to send ground troops to Turkey to defend its ally after those violations. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg reminded reporters on Thursday the alliance bolstered its rapid response force earlier this year and says it hopes to deter any threats to allied nations.
This is the biggest reinforcement of our collective defense since the end of the Cold War. The most important way to measure the success of NATO is that all NATO allies feel safe, can trust that NATO is there to protect them.
NATO defense ministers are discussing how to encourage Russia to help resolve the crisis in Syria. They're betting Moscow also wants to avoid being bogged down into a long conflict that's already killed nearly 250,000 people.